Hello, hello. Happy Tuesday. I just voted. Did you guys vote? As I was walking over to place my vote, I was thinking about today's topic, and I was thinking how there's a correlation between the voting and the topic today. The topic being, do you give yourself away? Do you do things that can hurt you? In relationship and in your life, and I was thinking about that with the voting. But today's topic is about being conscious of your choices and taking good care of yourself. And I was thinking about how if I didn't vote, I was giving away my choice, but my voice, and that's kind of what I wanted to talk to you about today, about relationships. So I just first wanted to say hello, and it's so good to be connecting with you guys. And for those of you that are watching the replay, write replay in the comment box so I know that you have been here. And feel free to write comments, guys, because I'm so happy to interact with you. So I'm curious, do you ever give away yourself in a relationship? Do you ever start dating somebody, or are you in a relationship and you find yourself just not voicing what you need to voice or asking for your needs to be met? In fact, doing the complete opposite. I know that's been one of my patterns in the past, and it's one of the things I help my clients with. In fact, I was thinking again as I was walking here about what I wanted to talk to you about. I remember this one client that I worked with, and she was always telling me how in her relationship she was always giving, and she didn't understand why she was so miserable. She didn't understand why she was also not getting back, and she just felt horrible. And there's something to be said about why we do what we do, as I talk to you guys often about, and specifically when we're in relationship. How do we not give away ourselves? How do you stay true to what's important to you? Because that's what I want to support you with, and that's something. It's a hole that I have fallen into many, many times, and so I'm gonna be a little vulnerable here and share a little bit about falling into the hole and why I'm not doing that anymore. My typical MO has been to be more codependent, to be more of the I'm going to think about the other person first, and just push away my needs, because my needs are just I'll get to them, or it's okay, I'll be okay. Let me just focus on them, and there's something beautiful about giving, right? The thing is that when we give, and we're not taking good care of ourselves, or more importantly, when do you know, like when you say yes to something but you really wanted to say no, or there was something that you really wanted to do but you let it go because your partner or your boyfriend or whoever really didn't want to do it, so you just let it go, and you might have said, oh, it's not that important, but it was something that you really want to do. I'm just curious, have you ever done that? Because if you have, I wouldn't mind a thumbs up in the comments box of, yeah, I did that too. And I'm sure you've all done it to some extent, because we do like to compromise, and we do like to give to our partners and our friends and our loved ones. The thing is, sometimes we overgive, and I know, especially as a woman and a woman in this culture, it tends to be more prevalent for women to acquiesce and to hand over a lot, and I know I have been hurt by that throughout my relationships, until I said no more. And so I want to talk to you about, like, how do you do that? How do you say no more without having your relationship implode, right? And so I know the most important thing really is to start with you and what is most important to you. Because if you really don't know you, if you really haven't had taken the time to explore what is most important for you, I call it the love blueprint. I do that with my clients. We really dive into what is their love blueprint, what is important for them in relationships and how they interact. And you have no idea how many levels we go into this blueprint to, like, really figure out what needs to happen to be connected and happy in a relationship, and what are some of the things that if you actually let go of and don't show up for yourself, that you're going to feel resentful, and it will come out sideways with your relationship. So so that's one of the things I do with my clients. And so I just want to share with you that, one of the things that's most important is to really know what, how you're wired. Is it important for you to go to live music once a week? Is it important for you to watch your favorite TV series or, The Walking Dead on Sunday? I mean, I don't know. What gives you pleasure? And when I say pleasure, I think of everything across the board. What makes you happy? But even sexually, it's like you need to know what moves you, what makes you feel good. Because if you don't know what's important to you, how the heck is your partner going to know? And if you don't know what's important to you, you're more apt to just focus on their needs and their wants and what's important for them. And again, that's lovely, and that can build a beautiful relationship on a lot of levels. However, if you're not getting your needs met and you're not speaking up in a healthy way of like, I really, really want to go see that band tonight. And if they say they don't want to go, that's okay. It's okay. Talk about it and discuss the importance of it to you. And if they don't really want to go, then find a friend, call a friend. I think sometimes we can get into this very black and white thinking, like if our partner doesn't do it then, or doesn't want to do it, then we either have to let it go or go by ourselves. And I invite you to explore all the other options. And some of it is about being proactive. Like I wrote down, go vote today on my calendar, because if it's not on my calendar, it doesn't exist. And as great as Facebook is, when I get invited to these events, I will, if something that is something I really want to do, I put it in my calendar. I don't just focus on Facebook. I put it on my calendar so that I have a heads up. So if there's something that's important to me that I'm looking forward to, then I'll talk to my boyfriend and say, hey, are you interested in doing this thing? Because this is important to me. I really want to do it. And let him make the decision. And then it's up to them whether they want to do it or not. And if they say yes when they mean no, then that's their thing that they have to deal with. And I always tell people when they say no to me, I thank them, because then I know when they say yes, they really mean it. Have you ever said yes when you mean no? Or did you ever have someone say yes and then bag it last minute because they really didn't want to do it? Who wants that? That sucks. And that hurts relationships. So, the theme today that I want to just really, bring home is don't let go of yourself. I mean, that's one of the things I hear so often from women is, their trepidation about going back out there and getting into another relationship, or having the relationships that they're in really feel uncomfortable and challenging, is because they're not really in tune with themselves. They're not really expressing what they need. So I invite you to really explore what's important to you, and then to honor yourself, to honor what that is. Because if you don't honor yourself, your partner's not going to honor you, especially because they're not going to know what they're supposed to honor. It hurts when you're not expressing your truth. It hurts you. It hurts when you're not getting your needs met. It hurts you. And it will come out in so many different ways. And a lot of times it comes out with a lot of self-criticism, depression. It comes out in your relationships because you'll get angry if you're giving. So take a moment, or take a day, or take a week, take a fucking year. I took a year and a half between my last relationship and this relationship to really make sure I was clear about what's important to me and what I will never accept again, and to find that clear path to a healthy relationship. And now I have great communication, or I always had really good communication, after I've done the work and I've learned, communication skills. But I wasn't honoring my heart. I wasn't honoring my truth as much as I needed to, because I really didn't take the time to know. And that's what I did. And I encourage you to do that too. Take the time to get to know yourself. Take the time to date yourself. Take the time to ask yourself, whether you're looking for a relationship or you're in a relationship, what is something that you really want to see happen that isn't happening? And ask yourself why. Because a lot of times we let go of some very important things because we don't want to rock the boat. We want to be loving. We want to be giving. We don't want to be seen as selfish or too much. And I want to speak to you, really speak to you and look you in the eyes. You're not going to be selfish if you ask for what you need. You're not. In fact, I promise you, if you're worried about being selfish, be a little selfish, because you're not going to go to that extreme. We're so afraid of being selfish and being seen as asking for too much or being greedy or whatever it is. And we've just gone to the complete opposite end of the spectrum. So if you start taking steps toward asking for what's important to you and really reaching out to your partner and sharing what's important to you, sharing how you'd like certain things that would make you happy, they're going to love that. They're going to love that. And I invite you to do it with an invitation to, this is what would be great if I could have some of this, versus you're not doing it right. So be careful with the criticism, and invite your partner, your friend, your boyfriend, whoever, girlfriend. I know there's guys that watch. I love you guys. Invite them into what would make you happy. Because what I know about people at the heart, they want to come through for you. They want to share their heart with you. They want to love you. And criticism, it's going to shut them down. Invitations and sharing are going to bring them closer. So don't let go of your wants. Don't let go of the things that are important to you. Make sure you take the time to actually know what they are. And if you feel resentment or just discomfort around your yeses and nos, that means you're not clear. You're not clear about what's important to you, or you're really having a challenging time asking for it, because maybe that's not how you're wired. And that's what I do with people. I help people really be true to themselves, have that really good self-love, that deep connection to what's important, and be able to speak it in a way that they can be heard. You know, that's a big deal. Because even if you know what you want and you want to share it, how you say it is also important. And there's a whole technique that I do with people that helps them with clean communication. And it's really not rocket science. It isn't. And yet you have patterns. You have patterns, you have belief systems, you have things that have shaped you, things that have shaped me. And we need to continue to take the layers off. You need to keep looking at what's working for you or what's making you uncomfortable, and then make a decision to do something about it. Learn more about yourself. Reach out to a love coach like myself so that someone like myself can help you maybe see some of those blind spots. In fact, in January, at the end of January, I'm releasing a 5-week class called Magnetize Mr. Right. And it's 5 weeks to look at blind spots. Like, what are the blind spots? What are the things that you don't see that hold you back? So stay tuned for that. I don't have any links for that just yet. But if you do want to talk to me and you want to connect with me and get some support around how to be true to yourself and how to really get the love that you want, then I will put a link in the comment boxes. And you can grab a love breakthrough session, and we can get really clear about what you're wanting and what's getting in the way. And I will give you one of your blind spots. I will shine a light on one of your blind spots and help you take a step more toward the love that you want. So I'll make sure I put the link in. And I think that's it for today. If you have any comments, I will comment. I'm on my phone, so I can't really see the comments right now, but I will certainly respond. And I just really just wanted to say that, you know, you need to be you. You need to be you. You need to honor yourself and come home to yourself and trust yourself. Trust yourself to know that you're going to take good care of yourself. And taking good care of yourself means really asking for your needs to be met, or taking care of your needs yourself, you know. If you want to go to that concert, Frank, go to that concert. Just, you got to know that you want to, right? You need to know. So start with you, and many blessings to you. May love be raining down all around you, but mostly in your heart, knowing that you're precious and you deserve lots and lots of love. So that's it. Stay tuned for next Tuesday. I don't know the topic yet, but I am looking forward to whatever it is. And hopefully you'll join me. And if you found this message helpful or interesting or whatever, if you think it's something worth sharing, I'm going to invite you to share it with your friends, because that helps me reach more people and spread the message of love more. So bless you all. Bye.